Good afternoon, everybody. How's things? Hope the sun's shining where you are. It is here at Sanntangle HQ today, and although things have gone a little bit awry, I would say, over the last few days, life goes on and tiles still happen. So thank you very much for coming on and watching today and supporting me. And I just want to say as well, thank you so much for the messages and the support and the caring you actually put out on my group page yesterday. I honestly really appreciate it. And to be honest, it was one of the things that actually got me through 2 shows yesterday. As you can imagine, things are not all happy and sunshine and roses over in Peterborough. But, you know, we keep going and, I suppose we look at it as opportunities and do what we can. But here we go, and back to normality. We've got a bit of a tile today. So what are we going to be doing? I'm working on one of the pistachio greeny colour tiles from the Botanical Collection. I've got my pen pencil tortillon. I do have a white chalk pencil, although maybe I might not use it. I might just go sort of old school today with maybe a touch of the neon in a little place. But other than that, we'll see. And of course, the tile swap's due out. It might not be today. I might end up doing that tomorrow. But trust me, it's going to go out. We'll get it sorted. Okay. So here we are then. Let's turn over. And first thing I'm going to do, use another tile. I'm going to put a bit of a border around. But I'm just going to put it around in pencil because, of course, here we go. We don't know if we're going to completely need the whole border yet. So let's just use a bit of a guide and help me with that. There we go. Turning it round. Same again here. And there we go. So I'm just going to put that in there. There we go. Okay. Then, honestly, I've got a jumper on as well, but we're running around a little bit like headless chickens today, so a little bit warmer. It's nice to sit down and have a moment, isn't it? Okay. If any of us needed tangling at the moment, this is the moment. Okay, straight in with a pen then, and we're all ready for this. I'm going to leave it at this size just for now, so you can get an idea of, you know, how the sort of the size and things is going to go. So yeah, new pen, look. All right, I'm going to put in a bit of a bubble here. And maybe it's a bubble, maybe it's slightly more oval. I don't know, I'll see how it sort of works out. It's going to work around. There we go. And into there. There you go. It's worked out as a slight oval, but that's okay. All right. Next job then. I'm going to take this and I'm going to follow the shape round. Here we go. Nice and gentle. And then it's going to sort of continue off and over and out to the border. Okay. And then the next bit, gonna just bring in a little aura, or the new word. What did you think of the new word? Echo. You could do that. That's thanks to a lady named Elaine Hoffman in America. She uses that word. And from what I can gather, it's a quilting sort of word that because she's a quilter, and that sort of works really well. So I don't know, maybe we'll adopt the American style and call it an echo. What do you think? There we are. Okay. Turn it again. And then follow it round. I'm going to have one. See, it's sort of going to come out here. There's no direct guide as to where it sort of is going to head over. It's just all about what works for you. There we are. And then another. Well, then it sort of is the traditional, isn't it? Do I stick with aura then? I don't know. There we go. I'm gonna have one coming out here. And then along and out over there. There we go. All right. Okay, yeah, I all agree then. We're sticking with aura. That's absolutely fine. All right. So, okay, let's make this a little bit bigger now. I'm just going to come in here. I'm just going to create a row or a little wall of bubbles just along that edge there. There we go. Just taking my time, you know. If we take our time, we tend to find that the roundness comes a little easier. There we go. All right. All right, Pat. You've spoken. Absolutely. I need you to come to one of my classes, Pat. You actually, we've been reading some of your posts this morning, and it's hilarious. Some of yours are hilarious. Oh, Sandra, good question. It's so funny you should mention that. Yes, I have literally had delivery of some this morning. So if you're after the clear pockets, then I will be adding them back to the website. They will have to sort of raise in price just slightly, because I've had to pay quite a bit more for them this time. The price has gone up, so I've just sort of halved the price of what they've gone up, and I'll have to. But more about that in a little bit. So anyway, yeah, just gonna sort of, you know, do these little bubbles just along each of these edges there, and just right. I'm just gonna fulfill down there, and I'm going over the border, so already breaking that little out there. Hey, now you're onto something there. Maybe we should just put San in front of everything tangling. Oh dear me. Maybe so. Maybe I'm going to take over the world one day. Oh, if we all tangled, wouldn't it be a better world? Oh, Bernadette, I mean, because Martha asked, so yeah, I did sort of give you a little bit of a peek as the new Sanntangle bag, so yeah, a bit more about that in a bit. Let's focus on our tile just for a little bit. There we are. I feel this one's going to be a little bit busy today. I think that's perhaps where my head's at, so it's going to sort of come out. Oh no, Pat, they're off to Disney. That's not fair. I missed out on Disney last year. Okay, I'm going to come out a little bit, so if I can. It doesn't want me to zoom. There you go, I've got this kind of thing going on. All right, so I'm going to work along sort of this section here. I'm just going to come in with, so let's start back here. Let's go a bit bigger. There we go, now you can see where. Oh, doesn't want to zoom today. There you go. And in we go, just bringing it sort of outwards, and a little curl there. All right, and then sort of from about here, I'm going to bring it back in. Okay, and then I'm going to put some little hats on it. Maybe 2, 3, maybe 4. All right, and then same again. So I'm going to stop when I get to there, go underneath, and bring it out and round, just as before. And then around and down. Okay. Oh, Bernadette, that would be lovely. We can make that happen. Get to a class. And we've got classes this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So I was asked actually the other day about doing just sort of half days, or just you know, perhaps 3-hour sessions or something, which is fine. But I know if you're traveling, you don't want to really travel for, yeah, you know, for a 3-hour class. Maybe it's more of a day, but I'm gonna obviously, I want to expand and move out to things like that. And of course I've got a class to book, and I'm looking at, I think it's Saturday the 24th of February for our February class. I think I'm just going to do the one day there, but I need to get some more booked in. I'm going to get that working on. And then again, just sort of down, and then again sort of little hats. It's a little bit different to the one we usually would do with this, isn't it? In the curl in there. Just going to bring one up a little bit taller there and do a swirl instead. And then of course down we go. And then little hats. Now I've got a decision to make. Am I going to go over the border or am I going to leave it and go inside now? I'm going to go over. Just by a little. There you are. And, it's up to you. If you want to stick within those borders, that's fine. There we go. Another curl and then bring it back down. And then of course we're going to put these funny little hats on. And okay, next bit. So I'm just going to sort of continue to create these little kind of shapes. And I'm going over again. Looks, I didn't even think about that one. I just went over. Absolutely, completely lost in the moment. Let's have a look. Let's bring one here. There we go. All right. And then of course back down. And then that one's going to go. I'm going to go that way with it. I'll get one in here. So completely ignoring the border, but again, that's fine. You can choose to stay inside it if you want. There we are. So I'm going to bring another one out. It's sort of here. Let's go a bit bigger. And then back down. And little sort of hats on there. Okay. Yeah, I keep saying I'm going to look at Zoom classes. Absolutely, 100%. I'm hoping that I've got, a busy weekend, and then of course I'm back on the channel on Monday, but then definitely next week I'm going to be planning in some Zoom classes. So please, patience with me. I will be doing it, honestly. Okay, I'm going to sort of add a few more in. There we are. So it'd be nice to do that and actually to sort of, see everybody and do something a little bit different. Be nice. There we go. All right. So if plenty of you are interested in doing that, if you keep a lookout, I will get that sorted. All right. You see, just sort of now filling in little sections here and there. Oh, is it? It doesn't have to be a gem. We can do something different in there. I know it's not everybody's thing, adding colour there, but maybe we'll just I'll just go through it again. Maybe this time it's going to be something you get the hang of. And okay, so yeah, can I just say that I only I've only sort of looked at the 24th of February for a class because it's Richard's birthday. I know he won't mind me saying, but it's too late now. I've told everybody, so exactly. So it's Richard's birthday class. There we are. Oh, Leslie's a happy bunny. If anybody did order yesterday from the channel, then the orders are ready to go out. Now, I don't know if Hermes is booked for today, but until they arrive, we never know. So, there we go. So, yeah, I quite like that. It's quite nice, isn't it? Now, I'm going to think, let's have a look in here. I'm going to just bring in just a couple in this space here. There we are. Again, just some little sort of hats on there. And then one. I'm going to make it a bit longer. There we go. Lisa. Oh, how's he getting on with the paints that he won? We're not seeing any painted pictures yet. Like, come on, we need to see. To see what you've been doing with them. Oh, no, I'm sure it'll be lovely. There we go. There you are. All right. right, so I think for this bit here, I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to create an aura inside there, being that we like that word better. I'm just going to sort of fill in the border there in ink. And same with this one. Now you see it's quite large, but I'm only going to sort of go as far as it can take me. So, you know, maybe to about there. And then along. And then of course this section here. And down. Alright, okay. So let's have a look around this bit then. I'm going to just add in some little sort of little line there. Let's go a bit larger so you can see it. And I'm going to just put a little sort of bubble on the end, and then little bubbles one side and the other. And just join them to that line there. There we go. And then along and up. Let's just see again. Bubbles. Just along a little bit there. And then down we go into adding those little sections. Oh no, Lisa. I hope they're going to arrive soon. We did post them out. Oh. And I post a little bit, you know, a little bit all over the place. Sometimes he gets there straight away, sometimes not so much. But I'm sure they'll arrive, not to worry. Oh, not to worry. Perhaps, I don't know if the post's been today. If so, maybe tomorrow. There we go. I'm just glad actually that I took control of them. I sent them out. That would have been yeah. I'm glad I took in charge of that one. You see, just adding these little dots, just sort of joining them to that line. There you go. Let's just add in this page here, this little bits, dots down one side and then the other, just sort of joining them together. They'd be nice with little, you know, glazed effects or your little Nuvo drops and things in there, wouldn't they? I might actually do that, but of course I don't have them with me, so they're all at home, my stash. Where I'm going to get my tonic fix from now. It's a little bit different, isn't it? It's where we're going to get our memory books from. So here we go, just a few in there, you see that, and then of course, just a couple of bits in here as well, I think. Nice little bubbles down the sides. There we go, along there. And maybe one here. Oh, we haven't done zingers for a while, have we? Maybe they'll come in a little bit. Got other things on planned for this one. Alright, so it's not looking too bad at the moment, is it? Let's have a quick nose, see what that's like. Okay, so I'm going to just create a little aura. I'm going to keep it within the border here, so I'm just going to sort of work my way around these shapes and then stop at the border there. Okay, Rose, yes I have. But just obviously don't spray and shine it and then close it. Leave it to dry first. And if you want to, you could actually sprinkle a little bit of glitter on the page as well. So, you know, the spray and shine will sort of hold that in place. You've got a little bit of a top surface, but yeah, it'll work. Been there, done that, so that's all good. All right, you see, just sort of working around and creating this little aura around the design there. There we are. Just gonna just sort of work around and down, and of course up bank, and then gonna sort of stop there. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same on just sort of round we go. And the same here. Just up and along. Just sort of let it flow. If it moves or it waves a bit, or the aura's a bit wider in places, it really doesn't matter. It's fine. There we go. I do like that then, a sun aura. Okay. Now, we've still got a little bit of the tile left. What are we going to do with the tile that's left? Let's have a look. So, I'm going to sort of work now from this point downwards, because I want to try and leave a bit of, maybe a bit of space there. So, okay. I'm going to come in with a little sort of curve. There we go. And then back along this way. There you go. And then I'm going to work along. Oh, Wendy, I have put a post out on my Sanntangle group page about, you know, things that are going on. So if you would like to just have a look at that. It is all I know at the minute. I don't know anything other than what I've put on there. But, I didn't actually find out myself until, yeah, 6 o'clock in the evening on the day it happened. So it was all a bit of a shock. So I'm not sure what's going on. There you go. So I'm just sort of adding these little lines in there. And then I'm just going to sort of work from that sort of. But you notice that I'm not actually touching these little bits here. I'm just going to wing it one way to the other. There we go. Maybe one in here, but again, not touching. I'm just going to work on putting those lines in. Same at this one. And there we are. Maybe, you know, one here. I'm going to go over the border. Done it with the others. I think I'm going to put that in while I've got that there. Okay, let's have a look at it. See, unusual, isn't it? So if I work this way now, I can maybe bring in another one here. So I'm sort of working, sort of it's coming from that top corner there. You see, I'm actually going one side then the next and filling the space in with these lines. Oh, they do a bit, yeah, like little pods. Let's go a little bit larger, just so you can see how I'm doing that design. So, oh, helps if I'm on screen. So there's your little space, and then I'm going up one side, down the other. So it's going to there, then back up and down and up until I run out of space. Oh, I know a lot of us do like the organics. I know there's still a lot out there like the grids. And I do try and mix them up if I can. So, yeah, but it might be, you know, if you're not used to drawing a grid, one of the stencils coming out on, I say on Monday, one of the stencils coming out will help you with that, so it might be worth having a bit of a look. There we go. And maybe one here. There we are. Okay. And I think another one sort of here. Alright. So, being that I've got a little bit of a gap, what I'd like to do is create another aura around this shape as well. There we go. So just sort of, you know, adding in extra line. Okay. And, you know, it's going underneath, isn't it, there? So that's what I'm going to sort of work on. If need be, this one goes underneath the last. Okay. I'm working it round. Alright, you see here, I've got a bit of the border. Just going to draw that bit in. And then here, I'm going to bordered. I think actually I'm going to fill that in. There we go. Don't normally use my fine nib for colouring in. There we are. See a bit there? No, there you go. Okay. Let's have a look. All right, so not bad. I quite like that. What I am going to do, I'm going to come in with a thicker pen. So I've got an 08 here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill in the gap between those auras. Okay. And same there. All right, so just sort of working it round. All right, there you go. Into those little gaps and things. Now this is great because if you think that your aura, like see like this little bit here, that's got a bit bigger. There you go. I can actually come in, look, and I can change that shape slightly because it's getting filled in, so that's fine. So, you know, fill it in, see what you think. If you think it needs to be a little bit, you know, changed up a little, it's fine. Along you go. Okay. So if you are coming to class on Saturday or Sunday, I have planned a few things that may need a little bit of colour. So if you've got some coloured pencils, if you want to bring those, so I know we all have our own choice. You don't need a load, don't need to have to bring your whole 100 stash, but just bring something. If you think, do you know what, I'm in a blue mood today, then bring some blues and a bit of a white and maybe a purple that you can use to add a little bit of colour. But you know, the choice is yours. I don't want you to carry loads. It's kind of nice. There you go. And I'm just gonna go and yes, I'll fill all the rest of it. So there's something really nice, isn't there, about using black ink and filling it in. We can work from there, just sort of add in these extra bits and pieces. Okay. All right, let's have a look at that. That's a bit different, isn't it, how it changes? So of course you see here I've got a little bit that we changed. I'm just going to fill that in as well, a little bit of ink. Let's have a look at where we're at. Oh no, you do get that bit of drama going on there, don't you? It's lovely. So I'm also going to do border stencil to draw around to fit the tile. Rose, have you been reading my mind? Interesting. Okay, just going to fill this bit in as well. Now, no, normally we do tend to put a lot of tangles in, and we wouldn't really have a lot of black space, but sometimes it's nice to have that because it gives, you know, that dramatic effect to everything else. So whether you want to come in and use a brush pen, whether you want to use a different colour, or whatever you want to work with, it's fine. So I'm working with the 08. So if you brought the pen set yesterday, the 08s are in there. Okay. Oh, Ali, hope you're okay. It would have been nice birthday treat, wouldn't it? That would, you know, another time. We'll see you again. All right. So, okay, that's a nice bit there, and then same here. Okay, so see we've got quite a large space here. I think before I actually fill any in that, Denise, yeah, good idea. Good idea to use a brush marker. I'm just going to add a few of these sort of shapes that we started in that corner. Just adding in those little lines. And then of course, around we go. There you are. And maybe maybe a little one there. And another sort of here. And I'm going to put one. Yeah, I'm going to put one in there. So it depends what you know what colour I suppose you want to work with these. They might be you know, blue as in a little, or green, a bit of seaweedy kind of stuff, or it might be that you do them red and they can be sort of flames almost, or whether you want to sort of see them as flower petals or something. Oh, Chris, we need to definitely sort out some Zoom classes then, don't we? It's a long way to come. But I've got a few, you know, bits and pieces to sort out. So the first one might be a little bit, let's see how it goes. But yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to fill this in again. And, you know, just a little bit there too. There we are.
I'll bring them up and I'll dispatch you.
Okay, there's that one. And then a little bit here. Thank you, Leslie.
The parcel's gone.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So if anybody did order yesterday, you've just heard Leslie has handed them over to our Hermes guy. So they'll be with you soon. There we are. Of course, this little bit here. Okay, I'll just sort of fill that in there a bit. Alright. You see, just sort of adding as we go. There we are. Just round we come. So have we ever added this much black ink to a tile? I don't think we have. I think it's so completely different, isn't it? I do like it though. I like it a lot. I think it's lovely. So okay, we talked about a little bit of colour, and I know with gems and things like that, it's a little bit tricky. So I'm just going to use one colour, and being that I've used a slightly green tile, I'm going to come in. I've got a green neon. Okay, I'm just going to use one pencil. Okay, let's go in. So the first thing is I'm just going to very lightly just go over all the same with just a light dusting of colour. Okay, let's go in. Oh, Bernadette, don't worry about it. Just completely go for it with the diary. It's your diary. Okay, see here, I'm just sort of choosing one side and I'm just adding that little curved shape, you see? And then if I just very gently sort of use little circles around it, just to sort of blend it in, you see? So this is darker than this, but I need the two to join in here. Honestly, why not just start with your diary, start with the pages, you know where I've started a tangle? And just fill that section in. That's all you need to do. Right, now I'm pressing on a little bit harder here, you see? And again, just going to sort of circle outwards. Just sort of creating that little shape there. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm going to really press on that bottom area. And all that's going to do is going to give me a darker section here and a lighter section there. Ali, there you go. I'm using the new neons. There you go. There you go. There you come in. There's a set of 6. Hang on a second. There you go. Oh, set of 6. There you go. They're on my website, so if you like the look of them. There you go. So you see there, you've got this little bit of dark coming to this little bit of light. And honestly, if you're not sure, that's a great way to start. So I'm going to come in now with a pencil. I've actually got my little pencil, look, from the kit yesterday, so I use that. Oh, Leslie's made me a drink with a proper loose leaf tea. It's lovely. Just a little bit of pencil. I'm just going to add that just around that bottom edge. You see there? And then tortillon, there you go, I've got a tortillon. Just going to soften it out. Now it's not going to soften, it's as much, maybe because I've got pencil underneath it and it's not got the paper to work with. There you go. Just going to do a little bit, not much though. There you go. Maybe I'll come in with a bit more pencil and just sort of lighten it off. You see, once you put pencil on, the coloured pencils, it doesn't really want to move much because this is sitting on top of the surface. But there you go, a little bit of pencil in there. And if we just move out of that, there you go. Oh, thank you, Leslie. All right, so sticking with the pencil then, let's add some across this section here, and then I'm going to bring some onto the other side as well there. And then same with the other ones. Okay. And the same here. And of course, same here. All right. So then looking at this lovely little shape there. Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah, perhaps we should do more of these kind of tiles, more black on. Well, we haven't done an inked one for ages either, have we? Okay, so what you can see I'm doing here, look, I'm just adding pencil either side of those little shapes there. Sort of a little bit. Trying to leave a little gap in the middle if possible, just so we can work our way around. Yeah. And then of course just sort of up there along this one. And then yeah, take your time, just work around. Of course if I miss one, because I normally do. No, I've got one. I think I've got them all. It doesn't matter, you can go back and fill it in, it's fine. Okay, so if I then bring a little bit here and just sort of add in top and bottom. And again, if you want to do this with coloured pencils, you can. If you wanted to add a little bit of ink in there, you know, and ink a tile up, maybe that'd be quite nice. I wonder actually if any of you did use the spray and shine and then inked the tile afterwards. I wonder if you've tried that yet. It just gives you a little bit of a different effect, and of course it doesn't affect the pencil underneath or anything, so it's quite a nice thing to do. There we go. And of course, a few here. And there we go, just sort of a bit of pencil top and bottom of each of those. I think, of course, I'm going to add some around the outer edge. See, I think that bit there, let's bring in, that's thinner nib. I'm just going to join that. There we go. And there it looks a little, I'm going to just straighten that up a little bit. There we go. And working my way along each of those. Bit there. And then of course here I'm just going to sort of work my way around the shape because it's a little bit different. And then of course same sort of here, working in that little bit and along. There we go. So back in with the tortillon, and I'm going to start with these lines, just going to sort of bring them together but leaving a little bit in the middle. You see, same here. And I just think that neon, it doesn't actually sort of give you a really fluorescent colour, does it? It's just really subtle, but it just pops. Really nice, I like that. They're lovely pencils. It's quite nice to sort of work with. Okay, so start working my way along these. And just sort of, you know, touching it a little bit. I don't want to overdo it. We just want to try and leave a little gap, if we can, in the middle. And there we go. And then let's have a look. Got these as well. I do apologise, I'm off camera again. See, I'm just the same thing, I'm just softening top and bottom. Just so you know, we get that little bit of a highlight in the middle. I might bring my white pencil in just to sort of accent that a little in a minute. But let's work on these. Oh, Pat, that seems like a long time since that parcel. I'd perhaps chase that up with them because it was definitely dispatched. So hopefully Hermes can deal with that. Okay. Alright. So I'm just going to add a little bit of pencil as well. You see we've got these quite large sort of shapes here. I'm just going to add a little bit to that sort of outer edge of each one. There we go. Just sort of as it works its way down. See, even those that are slightly underneath. There we go. And again, just softening that a little bit. Okay. I missed that one, but I can still add a bit of graphite in those. I've got some on my tortilla. There we go. And then of course, I'm just going to go around the outside. Oh, Louise, that'd be lovely. It would, wouldn't it? Just, don't know if I've got green. I've got white. I've got like a moss green, I think. But I don't have green. Pat, can you message me? I'll message you back after this. So we'll have a quick sit about that. Okay, next one. Along we go. See, I'm starting with little sort of bubbles, little circles, and then just softening it all off. Yeah. So just sort of around onto that there. And there. Along we go. Okay. So I'm just going to, while I've got the pen, I've got this bit here, I'm just going to come in and just define that edge. See just where those shapes are. There you are. You can go into that a little bit, you know, just to sort of bring them out. Or maybe along on there. Okay, so I'm going to do the same on this side. Along we go. Alright, maybe let's have a look at this. Sandra, good point. If you need to get the point back, if you use a nail file, you know, just a regular emery board, here we go, look. There we are. And if I just file it to a point again. Now what you'll find sometimes is it starts to go a little bit, I won't say the word, sort of a little bit floppy at the top. That's okay, because it's just paper, remember. There we go. Okay, see that this one's not quite ready for that yet. It's filed back to a point. But if you sort of find that it's a little bit hangs over, then just use a pair of scissors and just trim it. And that'll do the job pretty well, and it will last you for a while, see. So there you go. All right, let's have a look at this. So we need a little bit of white pencil. Okay, another quick sip of that tea. And that's just going to add a little bit. See, just across the middles there. Just sort of taking it nice and gentle. I'm not going to blend this or anything. It's just the same sort of down the middle of those. Just going to add a little bit of a highlight in there. Okay, there we are. Sort of same with these ones. And the same there. Okay, well, there we go. I think I'm just going to bring in, I do have a white pen, but do I want to use a white? Let's have a look. Do I have a little bit of a coloured gel pen. Ooh, okay. I think, let's just come on in and just going to touch those little areas there. See, and just add a touch. This is a great way of adding colour. If you're not sure, you just add an accent, because this doesn't need to be blended or, you know, large pieces in any way. Just sort of add in some of those little dots there. And I think as well, if you want to break up the black, we'll add a little bit of this in the black as well. Just want to work around it. There we go. Okay. And the same here. Working my way around and along. Just a few more to do. Vicky, no, there isn't an age restriction, as long as, you know, we don't want somebody that's that can't. I say we don't want somebody. We would prefer not to have somebody that's going to distract. So if you've got a 2-year-old that might decide that they want to, you know, run around for a little bit, obviously we can't really do that, because the nature of what we do is quite calming. So that could have a bit of a impact. But if you've got somebody that's interested, that actually wants to do it and is happy to sit and take part maybe, then that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to add a couple of little dots there. Okay, see, nothing major. You could do this with a white pen if you wanted, but just to sort of give it a bit of, oh, a couple there maybe, and one there, and a few there. See, just sort of little dots in as we go. All right. Yeah, oh Vicky, that would be absolutely fine. Not a problem. There we go. So, just left now is to put my initials on. There we go. And there we go. Chris, no, I'm not going to be adding any, any stretching sessions or anything like that. I know that Pure Sanntangle, when when you go and you do your training over there, then they do like to put a few stretching sessions in. But you know, as purely British, we don't really do that kind of thing. I think one thing I have missed off here actually, you know, is I think we do need to add a little bit of pencil just around that bubble shape. I'm just going to do it on that side. You know, it's only when you sort of sit back and look you see it. Okay. So just a little heads up that I know a lot of you might be a little bit nervous about ordering from Create and Craft at the minute, and yes, I am on there on Monday. So if you wanted to order directly, please do so. What I will do in the next, I'll probably do it this afternoon actually. What I will do is everything that I'm going to be having on the show on Monday, I will be adding to the page. So I think what I will do as well, certainly for you guys, I will set up a code for 10%. So that's what you would normally get from Create and Craft. So if you want to order direct and you type in the word bubbles, then that will give you, but I've got to set this up, so give me an hour. I've got to, type in the word bubbles at checkout and it will give you your 10%. I can't do open pay or flexi pay or any of those other things, but at least that's giving you a little bit of something. So Lynn, I will give you some sneak peeks on Friday. We have got a new stencil out. We have new tiles, we've got some new pens, and of course we've got a new storage bag. But it's entirely up to you. It's you can, Tina, yeah, there will be things here at the weekend. And Sally, yes, I'll be putting the new Tangling in Mind book on the website as well. I'm hoping to get that done this afternoon. So give me a couple of hours. Certainly tomorrow morning, it's all going to be there. So if you wanna hang on and order that way, then that's absolutely fine. Whatever works for you and whatever you're comfortable with. So yes. Okay, right then. Having said that, there we go. Tile 206 and 207. It'll be on its way as normal on Friday. Again, thank you for your support, everybody. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, if I don't see you at the weekend or I don't see you Friday, then have a good one. But in the meantime, yeah, have fun with this, and I'll see you soon. Okay, take care. Bye.